Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of We Hope This Finds You Well with Rob, Chuck, and Jimmy. Hi, gentlemen.
What up?
What's up, dude?
Not much. What's going on?
We're a day late.
Just hanging out.
We were supposed to do this yesterday.
And a buck short.
Yeah, that's my bad.
This is Charles had a schedule.
Yeah,
conflict.
so
I double booked myself.
he double booked.
This-
It's okay. We understand.
and I can't believe you would lie and blame it on your in-laws are freaking saints. I love them to death. They're awesome people. You just went ahead and threw them under the bus and lied and said that they were at your house. So that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
True story. I'm gonna cut him some slack. You know, he's.
So you made up
He's working
a
a nice
terrible
schedule,
excuse
so-
in order to miss the podcast.
I'm sure he's
You
not up
thinking?
to, not up to snuff on all the comings and goings of the house.
Not up to snuff.
Not up to
Sniff
snuff.
snuff.
We were just talking about sniff snuff.
Nope. Sniffing snuff. We were just talking about sniffing snuff.
I tried it once.
I'm just busting your balls.
15.
All right, so one of our main topics tonight is we're going to be talking about the results of the smoke off.
Little recap.
Little recap. It was a great night, but we'll get into that. Before we get started, we had an episode taken down from Spotify.
What?
Yeah, we got fucking flagged.
For what?
For what?
Music.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Same as Grimace. I don't know. I guess I didn't tell you guys, but I got an email
No, you.
like 2 months ago, and it was like, yeah, so and so episode. I don't even know what episode it was. It doesn't really matter, but it's up everywhere else. It's just got taken down on Spotify.
Oh,
So
fuck
them
Spotify.
motherfuckers.
Fuck you.
Was was it just us or was somebody on it?
I don't
Do you
know, dude.
recall?
Come on.
Do you recall?
I wonder what
Well,
song
I mean,
it was.
it was yeah.
I could get you more information next time. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
fuck, who cares?
I didn't
cares?
put the footwork into it.
That's
I just
okay. That's
wanted to
okay.
let you know. So if you're
Hey, you know what?
if you a found weller of the show are listening
Oh,
on Spotify and you want to go through in succession, listen to all these great episodes in order, 1 through this will be episode 38. You're gonna be missing an episode. So and
damn!
you ain't getting it back unless you listen to it elsewhere, which is possible.
Also check it out on YouTube.
Dix, do we are?
All kind of
Yeah.
places, really.
Well, here's what I want to say. My whole point in telling you this is, I think Rob's frozen. There he is. My whole point in telling you this is,
I'm back.
I'm no longer going to use licensed music. That's why the last episode I did a C-back intro and a C-back outro. If you listen to it, I don't know. If
I
you
like
did.
it.
Okay.
So we can stick with that for
That's
now.
cool. I like it.
Stick with some C-back for now. Maybe eventually we'll all just write a song together. That's like
I like it.
that'd be like a dream come true.
Whoa, interesting.
I got the. You guys come to Texas for like 3 or 15 days, however long that'll take. But I got all the equipment. Let's do it. We'll have to hire someone. We'll have to hire someone to like touch the computer because let's face it, we barely understand how to do this.
I'd love to throw down on a drum track for that.
When's the last
Oh,
time
he said throw down
when's the last
a
time
drum
you
track.
touched a drum set?
Probably about 5 to 10 years ago.
Have you ever had the displeasure of tracking drums?
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst. I've never tracked drums, but I've been a part of it a few times, and it's a process.
It's very
Fortunately,
hard.
Duffy's a motherfucking beast because
Don't they do?
it could have taken forever.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong because I've never done this, but don't they normally do drums first?
Yeah.
Well, let me like give you the brief of my experiences with recording. So I played in that like death metal-ish, metalcore-ish, something kind of sort of band, and we kind of recorded, and then about halfway through it, the band broke up. So there was that, and it was in the basement of the practice space, which happened to be the drummer's parents' house, if I recall. And then the first C-back was done in a guy's house who later admitted to being a recreational crack user.
Cool.
Nick, won't say his last name, but he was actually a really cool dude. Even though, God bless him.
Crackhead name.
But
Shout
yeah,
out.
yeah. I actually used to call and like leave random messages on his because he recorded a lot of rappers. So I'd call him with all kinds of ridiculous rapper names, like, "Hey, yo, Nick, I'm trying to get on some tracks, cuz," and he would like believe it and be like, "I don't even know who these dudes are that are calling me." It was a lot of fun to mess with that dude, and he was obsessive compulsive. So we'd move the lights around and it would freak him the hell out. But there was that, and then there was recording with Jed and Billy, and that went really smooth. That was at a practice space. So I really don't know, but I've heard that tracking drums is a beast.
So my experience was interesting. I was in a band in 11th grade, and this was crazy. I got an excuse to get out of school to go record music,
That's pretty awesome.
which is fucking nuts, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was so awesome. So, Paul Martins picked me up at like 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. We drove out.
This is already fantastic.
Oh, it was great. So we drive out to this full-blown recording studio in Butler, and it was crazy because it was, just like you would see in a movie. And of course, yeah, you have to. I had to lay the drums down first, and it's ridiculous. I had to do like a million takes, and
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the first time in a long time you ever played to a click track.
yeah.
So yeah, you got to play.
Or probably
you got to
ever.
play to a metronome, right?
Yeah, it's just
But, like-
all you hear is tap, 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 tap in your ear.
All right, but like, so you have to have the song like
Memorized.
nailed down in your head already.
Yes,
That's fucking wild.
it's hard. It's
That would
very
be-
A lot of times they'll run like we would do scratch tracks with guitar and stuff like that sometimes
Right,
for the
right.
drummer to play with. But
That makes sense.
ultimately, I mean, fortunately everyone outside of myself knew what they were doing. They kind of would just be like, "Hey Rob, sing now," or "Hey Rob, play some bass."
Cool.
Outside of that, I wasn't involved at all in the process because I'm just useless where that comes into play.
Fun.
But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a lot of fun, especially better than whatever the hell was going on in school at that time.
Goddamn right on that.
Another thing before we move on, I wanted to give a big shout out to our podcast pals, the Working Stiffs, because they have called it quits on their podcast, which saddens
Oh,
me.
really?
No, why?
Just we're kind of losing steam,
Packing it in.
Yeah. Sometimes after a while you lose the passion, but yeah, it was cool.
But they still made
'cause-
really a quality podcast.
Yeah, very quality. But yeah, I met Danny randomly at work the one day, and I think I told this story, but he gave me he was trying to sling some product for his buddy who they had on their podcast called Bootlegger Beard Company. He makes like oils and shit for beards.
Nice.
And he was like, "Hey, you have a nice beard. Check out Bootlegger Beard Company." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, we just had this guy on our podcast." And I was like, "Podcast? I do a podcast." But yep. So much love to those guys. It was
Shout out.
it was a good run. Great show. Always fun to listen to them. So.
Well, Chuck, Debbie Downer, do you have any more bad news for us?
Yeah, I do.
Oh boy,
Oh boy.
what is it?
Am I fired?
Not yet, but you're getting there.
Oh, getting there is getting by.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, I'm gonna get there, and you're gonna see me.
Oh,
But unfortunately, I will be getting there without a passenger side mirror because I broke it yesterday on my brand new
son
vehicle.
of a bitch.
You broke your mirror.
I am so disappointed in
Oh,
myself.
jeez, dude. Come on,
I
bring
am
it in truck.
so disappointed.
Charlie.
in
What are you
myself.
doing
They're
right now?
so
I'm
expensive.
I'm embarrassed.
How'd
They're
this happen?
so expensive.
Lay out this story.
It's not much of a story. I went over to my sister's house. She was having a little cookout yesterday for Father's Day and Jason's birthday. Happy birthday, Duffy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Duffy.
So I was parking just straight parking in front of their house, and I was, I pulled up in front of my dad's truck, and I was backing up to, back up in front of it. It's 1,000,000% my fault. I was using the backup camera. I didn't look in my side mirror at all. there's a telephone pole like
No.
right on the fucking curb. Like, it's there. Like, if you park next to it, you wouldn't even be able to open your door an inch. So you know what I mean? It's right there. It's not like a foot back from the curb or anything.
It was right there.
It was right there. And then, and I didn't even, I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, we've all done that shit.
I mean, and that's what I keep my, shit happens. And but it sucked because you hear this crash and the kids were in the car with me and they were like, Dad, what
Witnesses.
the fuck, dude?
They call you out.
And then I look
I'm telling
over,
Mom immediately.
Duffy and Kelly and all them are in their backyard, which you can see from the street.
Oh,
Everybody's
shit.
staring at me.
Ah, shit.
Apparently, Duffy was doing a play-by-play of what happened as I was parking. So, yeah, there's that.
Charlie's like backing his vehicle up, and he like. I could hear it in my head. I love Duffy's voice.
Did you get a standing ovation?
Yeah, lots of claps and whatnot. I
Were you
hope,
clapping
right?
when you walked in? That's a hell of an entrance, Chuck.
Yeah. So disappointed.
Not even the slow clap from Lana or anything. I feel like she would give one hell of a good, ridiculous slow clap.
She said she had so much secondhand embarrassment she didn't even want to get out of the car.
I identify with that 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I get embarrassed watching TV shows and shit. Like I get that shit. I get that shit.
So yeah, I think that's it for bad news from me though.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got it.
I have some good news.
Good news, Rob.
Yeah, my wife graduated and passed the bar, and she's officially a nurse practitioner.
Wow.
She's a beast, man.
Wow, that's awesome.
Good for
Yeah.
her.
Congratulations, Cal.
Yeah, so shout out, baby. Good job.
Good for
Wow.
her.
Wow, that's great. She put in a lot of work there.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Yeah, I basically since I've known her, she's been in school, so it's impressive as hell.
I can
throughout all
relate,
that
and I
working
don't
full
miss it.
time.
So is she like pretty
No.
much done with school forever then, or does she want to do something else?
No, I mean, there's always more she could possibly do, but I hope she puts the brakes on for a little bit. Enjoys it.
Take a little break. Reap
Drink
the
it in.
benefits of your hard work. Fuck,
But yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
So you guys gonna do
Super
like a
freaking cool.
fucking barbecue to celebrate or some shit?
Yeah, she's a vegetarian, so probably not.
Well,
I just get her some like big thick slices of portobello, but slap them on
There you
there.
go.
slap them on the grill, man.
Yeah, but you got to do you just don't tell them, and you put it in the exact same spot where the steak just was, so they get a little
Soak
bit of
up
that
that
flavor.
meat.
They don't know, they don't know. It doesn't hurt them, and it tastes better.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. And I'm just kidding, of course. If she doesn't listen, but if she is, so don't actually. But I might do that. I do it. I'm not gonna lie.
So this is actually our Father's Day episode. So happy Father's Day to all these
Happy
dads
Father's
out
Day.
there.
Yes, happy Father's Day, fathers.
Happy Father's Day, Charles.
Charles is the only
In
father
particular.
of
Thank you.
any of us.
James, we have fur babies, dude. We're good. We're
I
good.
do. I have a
Well,
cat.
Look at Charlie. Charlie just can't handle us saying that. He's like, yeah, cool guys.
No,
Fuck
it's
yourselves.
whatever.
Try raising fucking multiple kids.
Oh, dude.
Well, Jimmy, I pulled up today. Jimmy was out watering his flowers like
I was.
like a good homeowner. And
Was.
I said, hey, Jimmy, did you see your dad today for Father's Day? And he's told me to save it for the pod, so I'm hoping there's a story behind that.
Oh, yeah. That sounds amazing.
Nothing crazy.
Or
like,
either that or he just didn't want to talk to me.
oh no, I did.
No, there's
But,
possibly that.
there's always you got to save the material for the podcast. We all know the rules here. Come on.
It's true,
Oh
but
yeah,
you know what
that is
sucks?
our how the sausage is made. Like we just don't talk to each other. If we say something, we say, "Hey,
Shut up."
Save
Yeah.
it for the pod."
That's
Yeah,
little
which
behind the
basically
scenes
means we don't.
secret.
Every time we're talking and we start enjoying and laughing, like eventually one of us is like, shit. All right, stop talking, save it for the podcast. So we've learned to kind of keep the preamble to the podcast kind of short because we'll ruin it for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to.
Too much foreplay,
Exactly. You got to keep it for the audience.
Well, not just the audience, but for us, because more
Save it for posterity.
I don't know what I'm saying. Continue.
A little
More
banter.
organic, more organic.
More organic. More
Yeah,
banter.
orgasmic. That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my dad came over. I called him today. I'm like, I was running around like a fucking madman this morning. I got a bunch of shit done. And then I called my dad. I'm like, you want to come over around 1? So I know my dad, when I say around 1, like he is here at fucking 1 p.m. on the dot. So I went to the store, grabbed a bunch of shit, made him a bomb ass burger, 96% lean beef.
Oh dang.
Ooh.
Yeah, we go hard. Some asparagus, some watermelon, so it was great. And I know him. I've learned to deal with my dad, and the way I do that is when he comes in here, if there's not something that semi interests him on TV, he's gonna be like, "Put on Fox, put on One American News,
Oh yeah, yeah.
put on Burner."
So what do you do? Just kick the History Channel on and hope it's something on World War II?
I used to do that. Or first I used to be like, okay, I'll put on whatever, just to placate him. And that just was not working. He just gets so
you can't
fired
put
up.
yourself out.
Or right. He'll just sit there and bitch and complain and yell at Fox News. Be like, you know how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So I stopped doing that.
I live in Texas. I get it.
Then I started.
Oh yeah, because Fox News is the liars now, right? Is that what he says, or does he still go with Fox?
Oh, I'm sure. He likes the other ones, whatever they are.
Well, now all the Fox News people have moved to the other one, and now they're like, because of the election shit.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
So it's pretty nutty.
They can't trust anybody.
Yeah, there's OAN, and then there's another one. It's Newsmax.
Yeah, Newsmax. That's the one I was thinking.
They're both fucking batshit crazy.
I've only seen the news one. I've never seen the other one.
They're basically to the right of Fox News.
Like to the right.
To the right.
Lean hard right.
Like borderline fucking fascist. No, they're like basically are fucking fascist. Either way, we're getting off topic. So
no, we wouldn't do that.
No way.
So this is the
Father's
shit that my dad typically wants to watch. So I used to, put it on, and then I used to just hope something was on the History Channel. But then I realized I have all kind of shit. So I find like documentaries that I know he would be semi interested in, and I put that on. So today we watched a 2-hour documentary on Teddy Roosevelt.
Ah, good old Teddy.
And it's
that's
fucking
awesome.
super interesting.
Oh yeah,
Hell
he was
yeah.
an interesting dude.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was one
for
of
sure.
our definitely one of our best presidents. I'd say top 10. Definitely had some
Dude,
controversy.
he's
in there.
for sure. But he's responsible for so much awesome stuff with like game and wildlife and wildlife preservation.
Absolutely, National Park System was basically set up by him.
Yep, he was a bad motherfucker with that.
He was a bad
Cuba couldn't
motherfucker.
kill his ass either.
Breaking up fucking big corporations, like going at him hard.
Oh,
He was
some of that.
old school America. He was the type of president that I wish we would have now.
It's crazy because like half of his
Except for the bad stuff, obviously.
half of his policies, it's like you would call him a flaming libtard, and then the other half, it's like he'd be a hardcore Republican. It's all over the place. It's just weird how
That's
it was
good.
back then.
I think that's how a lot of people
That's
are.
I think it
beautiful.
is too. I think I
That's
really
who-
do think the country is really in the center, and then you're gonna have a bunch that are center left, and then a bunch that are center right, and then of course on the very extremes you have the fucking nutties.
And unfortunately, you're forced to have to identify with one or two. Like even though like very much the majority of the country sits like much like myself in the center, going like, but this dude's fucking batshit, and this guy's also batshit, and that lady's batshit, and that lady's batshit, like fucking hell. But we always have to keep to the system. Sorry, continue. My bad, Jimmy.
So no, that's cool. So yeah, we watched that today. It was pretty good. He got here at 1. The food was served at like 1:05. I had my shit timed
Nice.
perfectly.
Well done, Jimmy. Well done, sir.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped about it. Asparagus was great. I steamed it.
Favorite vegetable?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Makes your pee smell a little funny, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's
a little
weird. It's weird.
But the burger
Always reminds me of Austin Powers.
I just love grilling, man. It's my fucking thing to do in the summer.
Yeah, grilling is wonderful.
I got a fresh tank out there too, so I'm going to be crushing that for the next couple weeks. Solid. And then, it's funny though. He was like all dressed up, had this like yellow shirt on and shit. He was like ready to go. He was celebrating. So
That's cool as shit, man. That's awesome. That's always badass to see your pops get all dappered up for the
yeah,
day.
he got a little dappered up. I guess my sister
Hell
hung
yeah.
out with him yesterday, and then my brother's gonna send him Thai food sometime this week.
Oh, nice.
I guess he's gonna do that via DoorDash or something.
That's pretty cool. We sometimes use think it's called like Golden Bear or something like that. And you can get like specific items from different cities and send them across the country. Like you can send permanis, like for instance, TL sent permanis to her dad in Vegas, and you just get it and assemble it and eat it. It's badass.
That's awesome.
Is that cat
Golden
on
something.
you or is it on the chair?
Yeah, you got to
Oh,
count.
right now
Yeah.
that's Oslo,
Okay. Oh, he's on the
and
chair.
he's on the chair.
Well,
He's not overly
from,
friendly.
From my perspective, it looked like he just hopped right up on your back, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, he looks like
Look what you've done to Mr. Bigglesworth.
He looks like he's up to no good. I'm gonna be honest.
Listen, this cat behind me, when me and my wife first started dating, I totally lied, like right off the bat. What a dickhead, right? So oh shit, they're fighting. Yeah, yeah. So
I know my
she yeah, right. She goes, hey, do you like cats? I'm like, love cats. Meanwhile, had one cat ever as a kid. It had hated my guts so bad and wouldn't die, and I hoped it would. And so we get in the house,
That
and
cat
she
lived
had one.
forever too. That cat had to be 20.
Dude was over. I think it was like 23 or something weird like that.
Wow. Was
Because
wait?
it-
Was
it
that the one that
died
was just
when-
called Kitty Cat?
Yeah, Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty. Okay.
Yeah, she would not die. Literally, they got her from when I was like 2 years old until we were in our mid-20s.
Jesus.
So anyway, so I completely lied. And so this cat that's sitting up above me in the chair, he is not friendly at all. Sitting in the back of the couch, completely attacked the back of my head because I didn't realize he was sitting back there. The cat would do everything he could to attack me for the first like 2 years. Me and TL were together.
Look at him looking
then
over his shoulder now.
He's still fearful.
He's so scared.
I can't wait till you come to visit. You'll get it.
Dude, I'm the cat
He's
whisperer.
No, he's super sweet, but then he's one of those cats that like out of nowhere just bites the shit out of you, and you're just like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And he's like tries to be sweet again, and you're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
But so anyway, this cat hated me until he realized that I was the one that fed him every day. And he was like, all right, fat fuck, we're cool, man, we're cool. But the other cat took me real quick, and now we have another one that I swore up and down we'd never have another cat, and then TL's little sister rescued a couple. And I was like, I'll help pay for the food and let's be helpful. And, but I don't want another cat. And then I looked over the bin at kittens, and I was like, that one's coming home with us and his name's Elvis. And she just looked at me like, what? And I was like, it's happening. And now we have him. And he's pretty cool, but he's also a reckless piece of shit. Notice he's staring at my expensive guitars on the wall because he's thinking about jumping on the sons of bitches.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they do. So did you guys?
Yeah, they're really wrecked.
You guys contact your dads today? Hang out with them at all?
I hung out with my dad yesterday. Like
How's he
I
doing?
said. Oh, he's fine.
Hell yeah, he's the man. Big
He's
Chuck
like-
is the
he's
fucking
like-
man.
All business all the time.
What do you mean?
Oh, really?
He came there to like eat food and drink beer, and then he's out.
No, I mean like so.
He's a lot of bubble gum.
All right, refer to a previous story where I broke my mirror. Okay,
Right on.
so from
Instantly went to try to.
From
Yep.
that point on, it's just, well, you need to do this. That half an hour later, and make sure you do this, this. Half an hour later, one more thing, Charlie, you got to do this too.
Oh, he is in the full blown dad mode.
Yeah,
I'm
full
like, all
dad
right.
mode.
I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna I'll take care of it, but thanks.
Oh no, that's when you just.
Well,
sit
he's
back
all
and let him
about
be dad.
He's all about saving a buck anywhere too, which you
Of
you
course.
got to respect, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect the man.
But like, sometimes you just gotta
Bite the bullet.
get shit done.
Take care of it.
Exactly.
I agree.
Here's a funny little gem that happened over the past few days. So speaking of saving money, I'm a constant user of like OfferUp and Craigslist and those kind of things because I won't pay full price for just about anything. Unless TL wants it, then it's like, it's whatever. But for me, I'm like, no, let's squeeze a penny. So I wanted to get one of those inversion tables because my back has been bothering me.
Oh, right on.
So this beautiful son
there it
bitch
is.
behind me here. Oh, God, the cat was. Oh, there he is. So I get on OfferUp, which has been most helpful for me thus far because Craigslist is still kind of weird. And find somebody. It was $170. I was like, fucking dope, because they're like $400 new. Hell yes, let me go get it. Go and get it. Have you ever been in a situation? I'm overly polite. So if someone's telling me a story, because I know I do it to people, like I'm currently doing, people don't really care about the story. I'll just sit there and listen. But then unfortunately I end up sitting there for like ever. And it's hot as balls in Texas, always. And you end up meeting the weirdest sons of bitches ever off of these things. So this person has me meet him somewhere. It's in a dealership parking lot. I'm like, sweet. Get there, normal, everyday white dude. Gets out of his nice vehicle, sets the thing up, and instantly like starts telling me his whole life story. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, it's one of those situations where you just want to be like, yeah, dude, where you're just like, you're not reading the room. I'm walking backwards. The thing's in my vehicle already. I'm driving away. You're holding onto the bumper. This is fucking strange.
Your money in your hand.
Here's the money.
Yeah,
see you later, bozo.
He went full G2000 on me, dude. Was just like, have you seen this boy? And chased me the fuck down. Like, here's where it's so it wasn't weird at first, you know, because it's just like, you're like, oh, normal banter, ha ha ha. Oh, you have back injury? Oh yeah, now I just go to the gym. Yeah, I can tell you're wearing a fucking full workout gear at 3:00 in the evening. I get it, you go to the gym, cool for you. And so we're going back and forth, and he starts telling me about his personal life and his marital situation, and how they're not married, but they are kind of married, but they're not married. And quickly it escalates to some racial shit and like some strange money stuff, and it got so weird so fast. And the dude basically like was telling me how this side of town has too many of this color and this side of town has too many of this color. And it used to be all white and now it's uncomfortable, and you know what I mean, fella. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this dude, I'm like, oh, I'm a white dude with a shaved head with a bunch of tattoos. Now I get it. I see what's happening here. I'm being weirdly profiled here. I know what's happening. This dude is like, yeah, this dude clearly looks like an Aryan. And it was so fucking strange, dude. The guy actually said to me, he goes, yeah, I have gorgeous daughters. I'm like, oh, that's a weird thing to say. And he's like, yeah, they're like the girls you'd see in a bar and be so thrilled that you picked up. You know what I mean? And I went, fucking what, dude? Did you really?
That's creepy. Only in Texas,
yeah,
man.
Dude. No. Don't you dare say that about all of Texas. This motherfucker in particular. It is fucking dead. I sat there and all I kept thinking was, I can't wait to tell Jimmy and Chuck, and I can't wait to tell TL, because this is so fucking strange. And I was like, say what? He's like, like a nice bar. I'm like, okay.
That doesn't make it any less weird.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm surprised one of my hot ass daughters didn't end up with. He called them hot ass daughters. He didn't end up with a black chick, not a black dude. Not that that's that bad, but just saying. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I'm ready to go home. Can I please I'll give you extra money at this point if you just let me leave. Can I just go home?
I don't even know what to say. I'm like awestruck right now. That's fucking wild.
That's pretty awkward.
The dude clearly was just out of his mind. Like, he was telling me how he divorced said ex, and then they moved back together because they were living in a multi-ethnic neighborhood and he couldn't have that. Was like, oh, okay.
But I'm not racist.
But no, he totally said that like 100 times. And then like qualified it a few times. It was pretty awesome. It was only awesome because it's just like, dude, you're doing what like everyone who like you're doing like the like textbook version of I'm not a racist but kind of thing. And I just sat there like, this is insanity. Can I please take this inversion table and leave? Because now I have a stress like backache from your dumb ass. I just want to go and not know any more about your personal life. And then out of nowhere, he's like, oh, by the way, my name isn't Joe, it's John. And you're like, pardon? He goes like on the thing, it's not actually that. It's not actually Joe, it's John. I'm like, fucking cool, man.
No one cares, bro.
And that was the last thing this dude said. And I was just in my vehicle and out of there. I was like, cool.
So bottom line, how does it work?
So far, I need to probably watch some more videos on the bitch.
I thought you were just supposed to fucking lock in and just chill there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that's the theory with that there's like it sits incrementally also.
Have you gotten stuck upside down yet?
No, it's pretty easy. I have a even though my back is sore, I still have a relatively uh enough strength to pull myself up. Yeah, because if you grab it the right way, it's real easy. But if you don't, it's fucking actually kind of difficult to pull yourself back up.
Huh.
But you can free hang too. Like it goes the whole way to where you're not even attached to the board anymore. You're just kind of hanging from your feet.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
pretty
about.
cool.
I
I
want that.
actually fun fact. The other day, so I was trying to be as cheap as possible, like I just said. So I went on Amazon and instead, do you remember on the Goonies when the brothers hanging upside down from those boots from the pull up bar?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually bought a pair of those boots because I have a squat rack out there that has a pull up bar on it. So I, with a sore back, I thought for some reason I could just yeek, swing my legs up there and attach them. Fucking fuck no! I almost broke my goddamn neck. I was like,
I
all right, well, one attempt was enough there. These clearly go back. And what was the worst is TL like saw the mechanics of how the whole thing worked, and she's like, no, just send them back. That's fucking stupid. You're gonna get hurt. I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. I have enough core strength. I got it. Nope, not enough core strength.
I would have
Fucking
fucking lost it to see that. I bet it was so
uh,
funny.
what it looked like was the most failed attempt to kick my toes to the pull-up bar and then kind of fat flop backwards and catch myself before bouncing into the wall.
Yeah.
And then I tried to scale up my tie bag. Like I like leaned the tie bag against the wall and tried to scale up the bag and then just kick my feet up. That didn't work either. That's the one you would have wanted to see, Jimmy. That would have been priceless. But fortunately, you missed that one. So
Did you
so
talk to
those are going back.
Did you talk to your dad?
Oh, of course, yeah. He's doing well, man. Just kicking it. He went over and helped a family member work on the deck that they built on the back of their house. So he was happy camper for the day. You know, my dad, if he can be like active like that, he's a happy dude.
I
So
like it. I respect it, man. I like staying busy.
yeah, so he went and did that, and just I think my siblings hooked up with him the day or two before, possibly, or something like that. But I
Chill.
talked to him early, and he was doing well.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Nice and retired, so he's happy.
Yeah. What's he do with his time?
I think he actually I think he was helping with my nieces with school because of COVID. They were doing a lot of like the from home school and shit like that. So he went over and actually like kind of helped teach them, which is real funny to think about
That's
because when I was a
awesome.
kid, it was just hey you dumb son bitch, or not hey you dumb son bitch, but hey don't fucking move and finish your homework. And now he told me a story that my niece actually bit him because she was refuting doing work. And I was like, nice, what happened? And he goes, really nothing. I we did something smart and told her mom. And I'm like, oh yeah, you told Katie? Oh fuck, okay. That kid's in trouble. I mean, not
That's
physically, obviously, but she terrifies me and I'm twice the size of the woman. So
funny.
it's so he does a whole lot of that and works at my aunt's house a whole lot too, because they're like I said, they're building onto that house. So he does a whole lot of that. Keeps himself busy. A lot of elk stuff actually. I think he's about to travel. He does a lot of traveling with them. He does some kind of like district or state level thing for the elks, like
Big
charitable organization stuff.
big Elks guy.
hmm So he's doing well.
Good to hear.
Papa D.
So Chuck, what's the best thing about being a dad?
Oh fuck.
Deep questions here.
Yeah, no, answer that's so real though. I want the realest of the real from Charlie. Think about it. Let him marinate.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you? How do you answer that?
You can't ask us.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong fucking guys.
The best.
Yeah, really?
The best part about being a dad. I don't know. It's just like it's weird. Being a dad is weird because you make these little things, and then they just like keep growing and becoming like real people, and it's kind of neat to watch that process. It happens so fast though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
seems
the
like it.
time lapse.
Lana has a 4.0 for her 7th grade school year.
Crushing it.
Hell
And she's in
yeah,
like
dude.
honors classes and shit.
Good for her.
I'm so proud of her. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, stuff like that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's
I don't know,
great.
it's just like the everyday stuff is the best part. Just like, hanging out. I bust balls a lot. You know me. I'm not. Yeah. I have a temper. But like, I try to just like josh around a lot. I haven't
You're
used
reasonable
that
with your
phrase in
temper,
a long
though.
time.
Josh.
No, but
Just
you're
joshing.
you're reasonable with your temper, Charles. You're reasonable.
I try.
Interesting. So you guys have any... Go ahead, Rob.
I would say that you're a fantastic dad, and I love the fact of watching your kids grow up because they look like little you, and it's funny. It's funny. It's a lot of fun to see them when I come into town. They don't give a flying shit about seeing me, but it's like, remember when you were little tiny people? Now you're all taller than me by a large margin.
We're all weird adults. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Not.
Lana is 5'9", and still.
Yeah,
growing.
she's literally as tall as I am at this point. Actually, I'm probably shorter. I'm like bent over.
She's taller than Jenny. Charlie's pretty tall too. He's probably 5'7".
Dang.
Tommy looks like he got more of my dad's genetics with that one.
He's gonna be broad and
he's the little Irishman.
I like it.
Hell yes. That's badass. The little enforcer.
So do you guys have any funny dad stories about your dads?
Probably a bunch.
Oh man.
See, now this kind of stuff, like you can like give us a heads up, like, hey, think about this before the pod.
I thought about it, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw it at him and see what happens. And to be fair, I just thought about this like a couple hours before.
Fair enough. No more qualifications. We get it. Plus, you wrote something on paper, or you made some kind of a plan. So you're way better than both me and Charlie. Charlie, do you have any fun stories about my dad, Charlie, that you can think of? And maybe we'll go back and forth on that way.
I just remember your dad being like super chill.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't fuck with his chair, and he'll be all right.
Don't stay out of the chair. Nothing crazy sticks out to me because, like Jimmy said, he was always like super chill with me, especially because I was the quiet kid.
Yeah,
everybody loved Charlie.
He would come.
Everyone.
He would come home from work, sit in his chair. The dog would be on his lap. He'd have his fucking carton of cigarettes next to him.
Yeah, of course. Some Cimarrons or something really weird off-brand.
Sit there and watch TV, and that's.
As long as he was in control of the remote, that chair, or a chair, he's kind of like. Do you remember? I actually laughed the other day. We were watching that Big Bang Theory, and it was the episode where Sheldon figures out his spot, and it kind of always reminds me of my dad. Whenever we would move into a new house, he'd just be like, and that's where my chair goes, and no one's allowed to sit in it. And you would literally hear his truck pull up in front of the house, and he'd be like, all right, and evacuate seat. And it was funny that you guys would pick up on that, because I actually remember a girl that I was dating, one of our buddy Derek actually ended up saying something one day like, is she just going to sit in your dad's chair? And I was like, I'm not sure why she's doing that, but I'm uncomfortable. Someone needs to tell her. It's like, well, that's your girlfriend. I'm like, no, he's almost here. I can hear his keys. I'm like, okay.
Don't move.
Don't make eye contact. And he just went and sat somewhere else. And I was like, oh, you don't know what you just did. And he was totally nice about it. But it was just like, oh, no one sits in his chair. No one touches the television when he's home. And he's definitely going to yell at football. So just if you're not ready to hear the refs get yelled at, and like the best usage of 4-letter words, you just better leave.
I remember watching a lot of Law and Order at your house with your parents. Big SVU family.
Big SVU family.
I love it. I love that shit. I watch it all the time.
Is that the one with Mariska Hargitay?
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. Yep.
Babe number one, but that has nothing to do, neither here nor there. Coolest name ever, Mariska Hargitay. Fun name.
Olivia Benson, you mean?
Yeah, it's obviously Liv,
I
but
think that's Lieutenant Benson to you
Lieutenant.
yeah,
now.
it's Lieutenant Benson to you,
She
James.
worked her way up the ladder.
Yeah, she did. There's no glass ceiling for her.
And Stabler's getting his own show.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's already out, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm just pretending like I keep up. But
No, I don't keep up at all, huh?
it's like
But it was a great show.
he's like after the mob because like what somebody like killed his daughter or something crazy.
Really?
I
no
don't know.
clue.
We're gonna have to get into the Stabler show because
right.
it's like a mob based Law and Order.
We're gonna have
where
to have like a,
Stabler's after the mob.
we might
Bung
create
bung.
we might create a Law and Order segment.
Oh, I'm down. I'm so down.
Okay, well,
The fun thing is
we'll
going
do that.
back through and randomly watching and seeing people who became famous who are like random actors on the show.
Oh, it's awesome.
Like-
Yeah.
Like the dude from Fallout Boy was in it, the lead singer guy.
Pete Wentz and Ashley Simpson, when they were dating, they did it together.
Oh, for real? But there's like random ass people that became like stars that were, played like psycho murderers and, serial killers and all kinds of gnarly shit. That show puts me fucking down too much, man. I end up having to I can get like 3 or 4 episodes into a binge and I'm like, all right, I just have to watch like Bob's Burgers or something and like clean my palate for a second.
especially is intense.
Yeah,
It's
I
too
know,
dark,
pretty-
man.
pretty
It's
But
too
also,
dark.
I like Criminal Intent because fucking D'Onofrio he's probably one of my, if not
He's
my
really
favorite
good.
actor. He's so good.
His best role, though. Can you tell me his best role?
Gomer Pyle.
Okay, I wasn't being totally serious, but you're obviously correct. His best role is the alien in Men in Black. Do you
Actually-
recall? He's the guy who wears the skin. He's like,
Oh
and
yeah,
sugar.
in
Yeah.
the first scene. Oh my god, yeah.
He's the bad guy the whole way through.
Like-
He's the one that has like the saggy skin,
Dude's got
Earl or
chops,
something like
man.
that. Yeah, he's a beast.
He actually played Kingpin in the Daredevil Netflix series, and that is, in my opinion, his best role because he should have won an Emmy if he didn't because he's fucking.
How is
awesome.
that series? Is it good?
Oh, it's
Is the
great.
series good? I've never watched it.
It's great. It's dark and it's bloody and it's awesome.
I might check it out.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down. Say the right words.
Chuck,
Yeah.
any funny stories about your dad?
Yeah, he made me so.
I can. The fun thing about Chuck's dad as a kid was he was always like super threatening looking because dude had like guns and like and Hulk Hogan hair for the majority of our childhood. But he was always so damn nice. Like he was always
He
so,
was such
like
a nice guy.
funny and nice. Like he always made your house feel like I was there all the fucking time when we were kids. So
Swimming in the pool,
that pool was great.
playing some Nintendo upstairs.
Heck yeah, little GoldenEye tournaments.
Oh,
GoldenEye tournaments, or what was the Tokyo Drift? No, Tokyo Extreme
Racer.
on PlayStation 2. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
Or 1, I don't recall. It was one of those two.
It was on PS2.
It was the first game we could play as Nissan Skylines on,
Dude, it
which was pretty awesome.
So good. That is probably my favorite racing game ever.
It's my favorite racing game.
It's so customizable. Like there's so many vehicles to choose from too. It's a lot of fun.
It's underrated. You guys should go back and play it.
It was a sleeper hit. It was a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
You ever play it?
It was
Jim?
one of the few.
I don't think so.
It's one of the few video games that I actually enjoyed playing.
And
Because I'd get so bored.
it was cool because you could just if you wanted to, you could just drive around Tokyo, and then if you wanted to race somebody, you just flash your lights at them.
You act like you didn't fucking play Skitchin at my house all the time, Rob.
Oh,
Jimmy, we
Skitchin.
played Skitchin and Game Day '98 with Jerome Bettis on the front of it. Jimmy, we played the shit out of that game at your house.
Goddamn right.
I forgot about.
I remember you,
Skitchin.
Jimmy and his
fun.
Green Bay. Jimmy, let's be real here. You were a Green Bay fan when we were kids. I remember your Green Bay socks.
I think we lost Rob.
Oh shite. Hang on 1 second.
We're hanging.
No, just keep on with the keeping on.
Yep.
I'm here.
First of all, yeah, I
Working on
did
that.
like Green Day. I'm not going to deny that. Dookie was a great album. It came out in '95, I think, and I was in like 5th grade. It was huge. Everybody loved it. I loved it. I'm not going to,
You know what, Jim? I'm
not
with
gonna hide it.
you. Despite
I don't like all of their albums,
Green Day
but they are a
is
good band.
Is fun. All right.
They're a fun band. I know they're like pop, and they're not like, like
Their new music is 100 million% garbage, and that's okay.
Dude, I re-listened to. It's funny that got brought up because yesterday I re-listened to Dookie, and it was freaking awesome still.
it's amazing.
Holds up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Dookie's great.
And American Idiot is amazing too.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, American Idiot's a great album. It's just it got blasted through the radio so goddamn much. It's like it's okay to listen. It's okay to listen to again now. It doesn't feel obnoxious now, but it did for a hot minute.
It's like quote unquote commercialized punk is really what it is.
Yeah,
fucking sellouts.
It's like punk for
well,
the
fuck that. It's not sellouts. That's buying in. Come on, let's be real honest.
I mean,
I was just joking.
Obviously,
hey, it brought us to the cause.
Yeah. I love that. But
speaking of Green Day, James and I are going to see Green Day.
We're going to see Green Day and Weezer in August.
It's the
awesome.
It's the Hella Mega Tour. It was supposed to happen a long time ago.
Actually, it was supposed to happen in 2020 on the same day as Rage Against the Machine, so we wouldn't be able to go.
Oh.
So
we're doubling up now.
So as silver lining from the whole COVID thing.
Yeah, it's the Hella Mega Tour. It's Green Day, it's Weezer, and it's Fall Out Boy.
That's pretty awesome.
And I don't love any of those bands, but I
like them.
But they're all fun bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be a great.
It's gonna be a good time.
It'll be a great show.
And honestly, Weezer's new album is fucking sick. I'm not gonna lie.
The Van Weezer one,
dude. Van Weezer is really good. He shreds so hard.
Yeah, it's funny because
really good.
They put out 2 albums this year, or it might have been late last year, but they put out, OK Human, and they put out the Van Weezer. Mm-hmm. But the OK Human was it's like 2 different bands almost because it was recorded completely analog. It's more like a typical Weezer style record, a little more like pop rocky. And then there's the Van Weezer one, which is the name is in the name.
Right. We all know what Van Halen's all about. Kind of has a Van Halen twist to it, and it's really well made. I can't recommend it.
He can.
Rivers is the
Rivers is a freaking. He's a killer, man. The guy's a hell of a guitar player.
Such a random story too. Like, dude was crushing it in Weezer. Like, stop the band, or put the band on hiatus so he could go to fucking Harvard.
Yeah, of all places.
Like crazy. Graduates, still like mega rock star, just keeps on like doing his thing. And here we are 20 years later and he's still doing it.
Not unlike Bad Religion where what is it, Greg? Is it Greg from Bad Religion?
Greg Gaffin. He is
a doctor.
He has like a doctor in
I'm pretty sure there's multiple PhDs in that band.
I think he himself has multiple PhDs, and he actually teaches. I want to say it
at Berkeley.
I think it's at Berkeley, yeah. But he's a really interesting dude too.
Oh yes.
Well, speaking of music, since we're on the music topic right now, I went out for Record Store Day last week. Got some good gets.
What'd you get?
Well, I went. So, for those of you who don't know, Record Store Day. The purpose of Record Store Day is to support local record shops, as opposed to ordering off of Amazon or going to Walmart and shit like that. Because they get these releases that are specific for Record Store Day that you can only get, and they're limited releases. So you get some cool shit.
That's pretty cool.
I got and also coinciding with that is the 25th anniversary of Vagrant Records.
Nice.
So they are re-releasing some old stuff, putting it back out on the market. So I got a Thrice album, which is called "To Be Everywhere Is to Be Nowhere." I believe it came out in 2016. It's really fucking good. Thrice kind of has gone. They're just like I would just say they're like a rock band now. Because like back in the day, they would have been kind of like in that screamo kind of scene, you know.
They were punk metal, is really what they were considered. They were awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, they're still really fucking good, and
even his solo stuff is really good.
Yeah, I like his solo stuff, but like I forget the guitar player's name. He's
Isn't it like Chris something? Or
um
no, Dustin.
Steve, Bobby, Billy.
the Asian guy. It's like
Uh,
it's like
Takeshi or something like that.
yeah, something like that. But he
Six
fucking
nine, yes,
shreds.
exactly.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he does shred.
So that's a really cool album, and it came it's like a baby blue, like a bright baby blue with like a rainbow splatter on it. It's really pretty.
Do they do any kind of fast music anymore? Any kind of punk style?
I wouldn't call it punk style, but they do. They still shred.
Nah.
Yeah,
They lost me
but
after
the
Artist in the
Artist in the
Ambulance. I'm gonna be
Ambulance,
honest.
Artist in the Ambulance was a great album though. But
That
after that, I was
was-
done.
I'd say
Everything before that was
I'd
amazing.
say revisit. I'd say the best song on this album is Black Honey, and I'll send you guys a link because it's really fucking good.
I'll check it out.
I also
I'm
got
down.
I also got Senses Fail, Let It Enfold You, which is the classic
Great.
Senses Fail album.
Great album.
And I've never been like super into Senses Fail, but I've liked them from a
was.
periphery.
I was a big fan of them when we were
But like
seniors.
if it comes on like my Spotify, I'm jamming. You know what I mean?
That used to be
It hit me in the realm of lyrically far too cheesy for me to ever enjoy.
maybe
but I like
so,
the sounds.
but
I
that was
I can see that sometimes it's like
It was
almost
in the
too,
same
too
level
on
as
the nose.
Hawthorne Heightsy. Yeah, it was too Hawthorne
I
Heightsy.
never got
But
down
I mean,
with
I
Hawthorne
liked
Heights.
I didn't either. But
I liked what eventually Buddy was a cool dude. The lead singer, he was into jiu-jitsu and into the hardcore scene and shit. But I mean, I don't know. I guess eventually they became a lot better with time lyrically and stuff like that. I'm sure because I think they were kids when those first couple of albums came out. Basically,
for sure.
no, with Senses Fail, I just love their drummer. He was really good, and he was one of those drummers that I would jam to, throw in the headphones in the basement and jam along to. Definitely way up there. That's how I basically taught myself.
Cool. I also got Alkaline Trio, From Here to Infirmary.
Great album.
Great.
And those three records.
That's the one I was introduced to.
Those three records there are the Vagrant ones that were part of the 25th anniversary. Also, not for Record Store Day, but they're also re-releasing both anniversary albums.
Oh, nice.
The band The Anniversary. Designing a Nervous Breakdown is one of my favorite albums ever made.
That album will
So
always
much.
remind me of us working at the elementary school show.
So much synth. It's incredible.
Synth heavy.
And then their second album is like, it gets kind of like Pink Floyd-ish, which I didn't like as much, but it's still good. All right. I got off my own track here. Also, for Record Store Day, I bought our local punk rockers Anti-Flag, their newest album, 2020 Division.
That's so weird. I just literally bought that on iTunes.
You guys with this iTunes shit.
I know.
It's a really good album.
It is. I've been doing nothing but rocking them hardcore for the last month, I would say.
Yeah, so with my truck with the broken mirror, I got, the 3-month free trial of the XM satellite radio, and they have
Nice.
a punk channel called Faction Punk. They play
Yeah.
Anti-Flag a lot.
Really good.
Yeah, there's some good shit on there. There's a lot of Anti-Flag, Bad Religion, Social D, your typical
The
punk stuff.
classics.
Nothing too out of
At
the
work,
Your
ordinary.
standards.
At work, we listen to the Ozzy channel. It's freaking awesome. It's just like all like 70s and 80s metal, but like the good end of it, not the hair metal shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get to a point here where I'm going to start getting some Led Zeppelin records.
You should.
It's good
because
stuff.
They're fucking good.
Zeppelin's
So
amazing,
good.
man.
I guess that's the understatement of the day.
If I wasn't like, if
Yeah,
we grew
right.
up
Hey,
in
you ever
the-
hear about this Led Zeppelin band? They're pretty good.
if we grew up in the 70s, that would definitely be my favorite band.
Jimmy would have the longest flowing golden locks.
Dude,
for
It's
could
sure.
like-
you imagine?
I mean, look at your T-shirt,
The-
Jimmy. You're wearing a Coheed T-shirt right now.
Of course, it'd be
Coheed is the Zeppelin of our
it would
time.
be Zeppelin and Rush.
Yeah.
That's what I would be listening to.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Jimmy would be the biggest Neil Peart fan of all time.
Dude, still am.
Okay, back to Record Store Day. I also got a Connor Oberst solo record called Ruminations.
I have no idea what that
Nice.
just said.
Connor Oberst is
Owen.
Bright Eyes.
Or yeah, Bright Eyes.
which doesn't really float either of your guys' boats. But
Yeah.
No, I like
He knows
Bright
me.
Eyes. I like Bright Eyes.
Also, I had a really good week with records, guys, and let me finish telling you about this. So I went out. This was like last Saturday. I went out to the Attic in Millville, which is such a cool record store. They have anything you can imagine there. But I went there. They opened at 8. I think I got there at like just right after 7, and there was a line blocks up the street because
Oh shit.
I mean, and it's cool that people are coming out to support a local store like that. But I had to wait in line for about 2 hours,
That's
Holy
no fun.
shit.
which it'd be funner if somebody was with me because I don't talk to strangers.
Dude, you know,
Yeah.
I would come to this with you. You could ask me sometimes, you dick.
All right.
Yeah, right. What if Jimmy wants to start collecting records?
I don't, but I want to go check shit out.
Well, shut up, dude. You're ruining the guilt trip.
Well, the thing with Record Store Day at the Attic, at least, is you don't really get to check shit out because they gotta keep
Well,
people,
yeah.
they gotta keep people moving.
Keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
I mean,
you knew where you were
next time
going.
I go to a record store, I could take you with me.
yeah, I would like that.
All right, I'll hit you up.
All right, cool.
Okay, so
Nice.
all right, back to the story at hand. I went out for Record Store Day. I got those 5 records, which was awesome, good gets. I was very happy. And then sequentially after that, I got a record in the mail each day for the next 3 days.
Look at you.
Now, a couple of those were pre-ordered from months ago. Okay, so I finally got my Saves the Day in Reverie album,
Congrats.
Nice.
which I was very excited about. I also got a Boys Night Out album,
Okay.
Trainwreck?
not Trainwreck. They did repress Trainwreck recently, but it sold out very, 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 very quickly.
It's
Actually,
such a good album.
the same label who put out In Reverie did Trainwreck right before they did In Reverie, but it sold out so fast I couldn't get one. And now, like,
Oh, cool.
people flip them for so much, it's crazy. So I got the Boys Night Out album. I got is what they did. They took 2 of their early EPs, pre-Trainwreck, and they put them together on one record. So they got 2 EPs and a couple demo tracks, but it's really cool. Early Boys Night Out is hard as fuck. In case you don't know.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's super good.
I love it. And then I belong to a Facebook group where people, trade and sell albums. And I saw somebody was putting up the early November Lilac for $20, so I picked that up, which was my 2019 record of the year, by the way, album of the year. Really fucking good. There's a song on there that makes me cry every time. Hits hard.
That's the one that Ace Enders is in, right?
Yes, Ace Enders, correct.
His solo stuff was always really good. I never really got into the early November, but I feel like I might have missed out.
You didn't.
You did and you didn't.
Fair enough. But I liked his solo stuff.
So anyways, I got the 5 records on Record Store Day, and then I got 3 records sequentially every day. And then, Jenny was pulling up to the house for some reason. I just went outside to, grab the mail, and there was a record sitting there. So I, grabbed it real quick and snuck it inside. And she's like, I saw you got another record in the mail. And then she looked at me dead serious and said, do you know what addiction is? I was like, eh.
So what's the hard one? Boys Night Out? The hardcore album?
Well, they released it as a package. They call it Nevermind 2. But it consists of 2 EPs. The one is called Broken Bones and Bloody Kisses. And the other one is slipping my mind right now.
All right, I'm just checking it out. I'll get back to that.
Yeah, you want to be a part of the podcast, or
I know. I'll get back to it later.
right. Hey, Jim, welcome back.
Hey, I'm sorry.
That's it for my boring. I know this doesn't excite anybody, but
No, it's good. It's good stuff.
No, it's
It
good. It's good.
excites
It's
me.
good.
Here's a question for you guys. What's the best sitcom dad?
Oh,
anybody but Bob Saget.
Oh, okay.
Great question, though. Let me think. Could have put
I'm
this
going
one
with
out to us a little earlier too.
I'm-
You know.
Nope. First
I'm
impressions.
going with Carl Winslow.
Family Matters.
That's a good one.
hmm He's a good dad. He's good with the neighbor kid. He's always encouraging.
Good with the neighbor
Sometimes
kid.
sometimes
I like how you
sometimes
called
he'd have to,
Urkel the
put,
neighbor kid.
he'd have to sometimes put hands on the neighbor kid.
You know, Urkel was supposed to be just like a side character, but he blew up so much that he became the main character.
And then Jamal.
Or you
came
know
out.
what? I take that back. Uncle Phil. I'm going with
Uncle Phil. I was gonna say that after you said Carl Winslow. Uncle Phil is majestic.
Yeah, because there was always like amazing heart to heart stuff, and like I always remember like random scenes where there would always be like the audience would do the in the background. You'd be like, oh, it's the moment where we're supposed to
Did
feel
you watch
stuff.
the reunion thing on HBO Max?
No.
Potentially, but I don't think so. Maybe
That's really
when it come
good.
out.
I don't know. Earlier this year.
Did they do the Carlton? Because I will watch it if that happens.
Oh, of course.
Oh, nice. It's not unusual.
It's not like an episode. It's like they all sit down together and have like they bullshit and ask each other questions.
Okay, so which Aunt Viv is there?
You have to watch it.
Ooh.
You have to watch it because
Oh.
Will gets a hold of the OG Aunt Viv, and they have like a very serious sit down that will bring your motherfucking Italian Dago ass to tears.
I don't doubt that. I'm really sensitive.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so harsh.
No, well, you know.
You know what? I'm going a little unorthodox here. I'm going Al Bundy. No nonsense guy.
Peg.
No nonsense guy. 4 touchdowns, 1 game.
Yeah, 1 game.
All right, I can respect that decision.
You know what I
Not
mean?
to mention, if we're being real honest here, Ed O'Neill, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, previous Pittsburgh Steelers. So
Can I go with
It's true.
with Bob from Bob's Burgers?
absolutely,
Actually,
that's who I was going to say. That's
my
who I was
next
gonna say.
question was best animated dad.
Yeah,
Bob.
Bob from Bob's Burgers, Bob Belcher,
I'm
is
also-
Charlie Lynch.
I'm also a big Homer Simpson guy. I love Homer.
Naturally.
I'm going Peter Griffin all day.
Peter Griffin is a terrible father.
That's why he's hilarious. He shits all over Meg.
Fair enough. Yeah. Meg. Yeah, I think honestly though, I watch Bob's Burgers constantly, and all I do is laugh because I'm pretty sure Bob Belcher is Charlie Lynch in comic form.
I take that as high compliment.
It should be. It should be. I love you, but you're all terrible.
So I do have something that I kind of want to go on a rant on. Do we have
Oh yes, do it.
like 5 minutes for this?
Let's do a 5-minute
fuck
rant.
it.
I will allow for a 5-minute rant,
And
and
we'll
then
get
we're
into
gonna
the smoke
need
off.
to get into smoke off and wrap this shit up.
That's fine. That's fine.
Word.
So a couple days ago, I'm flipping through the channels, On comes Jack fucking Reacher. Have you guys seen this movie?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise
Tom Cruise.
filmed in Pittsburgh.
Tom Cruise filmed in Pittsburgh, Rob. You'll like it.
Oh, drop it on me, Jimmy. I don't know a single thing.
So he's like an out of
He
towner.
just kicks ass.
Yeah, he's like an out of towner. He comes to Pittsburgh to solve like a murder or some shit.
Yeah.
And so it's about that. He's
Okay, fair enough.
well, he's
Well,
following-
he's like what? He like does he work for like the CIA or he's like kind of with them but kind of not?
he's like supposedly like kind of ex-government.
He like went out on
ex-military.
his own to do his own shit.
Right.
But, like he still has contacts.
Right. But they like make him out to be a badass. But the issue that I've been having with this fucking movie, first and foremost, I'm gonna ruin this for you a little bit, Rob.
Is that Tom Cruise is a tiny fella?
First, yeah, that's actually number 2. He fucking, or no, he's actually number 3. Tom Cruise is not beating up 37 dudes. Like,
Never.
it's just not happening. There's one scene there, he drops like 6 dudes, and they're all like 6'2" monsters. Let's all be honest here.
You are absolutely correct. But
Well, you know
And-
they camera angle the fuck out of him, right?
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Of course they do, but it's even still, you can tell when they're like up close. It's like, come on, this dude's fucking towering over you.
In defense of the character Jack Reacher, poor casting choice, because Jack
Poor casting
Reacher
choice.
is supposed to be a fucking huge fucking jack dude. They would have been better off getting Cal Drago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's
that
his
would
name?
have been
Jason Mimosa, or like The Rock or
Mimosa.
something. Some fuck.
Jason Mimosa.
You got that, Jason
Mimosa?
Mimosa.
Hey, that dude from
Jason
You know, he
Momoa.
Well,
he played that mermaid or something. That Jason Momoa,
You know, Cal
Mimosa.
Drago.
Cal Drago. This
So what,
fucking guy.
What's in a mimosa? Is that the orange juice champagne one?
Orange
It's
juice
champagne and
Yeah,
orange
he probably
juice,
drinks
yeah.
the fuck out of those. All right, that's
They're-
his
He
new
should.
name.
They're
He's a bad
absolutely
motherfucker.
delicious. Okay.
Hell yes, they are.
We have them every Christmas. My aunt
Uh,
loves them.
every time I go on vacation, it's a necessity.
So the other issue that I have is part of this murder. Tom Cruise is like, I know how they're doing it. You know, to get the perfect shot. You know, they're showing like the bridge. This motherfucker parks on the fucking Fort Pitt Bridge.
I think at that point it's
Okay,
Fort Duquesne.
yeah.
yeah.
Fort Duquesne Bridge. You're right. Actually, Chuck's right. He's like, oh, it's the perfect time. He parks on the highway in the middle of the day when nobody's there and nobody will see him. Dude, if you
Could
park,
you imagine the fucking
Yeah,
traffic
can you
jam
imagine?
if somebody just parks on the Fort Duquesne
I'm
Bridge?
laying on my horn. I'm walking up to your door, motherfucker. Like,
Listen,
you better have a
there's going
fucking
to-
road cone out or something. Like,
There's going to be an assault. I'm sorry.
There's-
You're in my way, and I'm
Like,
trying to
dude
cross that
stops
fucking
on the
bridge. There's
bridge,
going to be an
has-
assault.
Has time to set up his fucking sniper rifle, which he knows in a case. He's got to screw all the pieces together, set up his little tripod.
bust
And how
out
many
5 or
Yinzers
6
carry
shots.
guns? And how many Yinzers carry guns that are driving across that bridge every day? I used to be one that would
90%.
love
Yeah,
to
I'm
peel a
going-
fucking with. All of a sudden, they see some random ass dude setting his gun up. You're eating like at least 12 rounds in the fucking side of the head before you know
Yeah,
it.
to give you a visual, Rob, so he's up on the Fort Duquesne Bridge where it kind of like curves around going into the Fort Pitt Bridge.
By the way, you're ruining none of this for me because I'm never going to watch this
That's
movie.
fine.
That's fine.
And then so he's up on the bridge looking down at the
Like
the
the
North Shore,
shore.
right by like the ballparks there.
Yeah.
Like, the sidewalk that goes right along the river. That's where he
Yeah.
starts shooting motherfuckers.
Which is absolutely, again, absurd. Like, dude, nobody's going to see you from the Fort Duquesne Bridge firing 5 or 6
I love
shots
how
off.
Yeah.
Jimmy's just
What-
randomly
what is he
reviewing a
shooting?
10-year-old movie.
Hold on.
It was just on
Hold
TV
on.
the other day. I'm sorry.
Hold
It
on,
just
Jimmy.
was
What
driving
is
me
he
crazy.
I
shooting?
love it.
So-
What is he shooting though? If you do you have any clue what he's shooting? Because I would love to know. Like, no
It's
one's
a-
seen this
it's a
muzzle blast
sniper
coming off the
rifle.
side of the bridge.
It's a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
He's
that
shooting,
sounds dumb.
he's shooting at a person with a fucking sniper rifle on Fort Duquesne Bridge.
There was another movie filmed in Pittsburgh that had Russell Crowe in it. They like came and went to our buddy Donachie worked at
It was
the,
like three days later or something. Or
some shit like that. But all I know is I got mad as shit so many times because they would be like in traffic in one spot and then be the whole way across town.
Yeah, I think
But because
everybody noticed that. Yeah,
I'm from that city.
so you can't
And
be
I've been
there
in
yet. There's
traffic
no
so
way
many
you got
times.
that far.
I cannot do that suspension of belief in that moment. Like I can pretend people are fairies and shit on some of the movies that I watch, but I can't give that one that. Like I'm like,
I hear you.
no. You're still sitting in traffic, motherfucker, because I know I would.
Like,
Oh,
bitch,
all
you
of a
did
sudden you're
not
in
get
the West End?
across the Highland Park Bridge. There's zoo traffic.
Yeah.
Striking
Yeah.
Distance was really
Motherfucker.
guilty of that too. There was a car
Absolutely.
chase saying there was a car chase scene, and I remember they were on like Mount Washington, and then like 2 seconds later they were downtown. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
just like, no, fuck you. What do you
No.
think that on the incline?
yeah, it just
You
doesn't.
motherfucker.
Like you're not that far away, but you're not going from Mount Washington
Yeah,
to
you got-
downtown.
you got some hills to bob and weave.
You got hills, you've got bridges, like
You
it
got
just doesn't
fucking-
Yeah,
work.
you got
Tunnels.
you've got one-way tunnels like in shit. You got to honk to get through on some of those parts.
It was absurd. Now there is one saving grace for Jack Reacher.
Let's hear it.
There was a nice showcase of the city itself. I
There
did
you go.
appreciate
See, that was
I
the
do
only reason
believe
I would
there's
consider
I do
watching the
believe
movie.
there's a sequel if you're interested.
but it's not filmed in Pittsburgh, so I don't care.
All right, fair enough. All right,
Yep.
let
Seems
me
reasonable.
let me tell you what I like most about Jack Reacher.
What's that?
He fucking kills the bad guy at the end, like no hesitation.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Just fucking blast him in the head
Yeah.
because the dude's like, I'm gonna get off. There's
So
nothing
he
you can
like
do.
he like finds the big boss man in his hideout. And he just walks up to him and is like, boom, he's fucking dead, and that's it. That's the movie.
No, I'll take that. That's good. I like a nice
You
ending
don't,
like
yeah,
that.
you don't see that too often.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest because of how absurd the fucking some of that movie is. Just I can't stand watching Tom Cruise beat up 37 dudes. It just makes no sense.
You know, I don't feel right doing this, but I'm going to say it. At least the dude does his own stunts and shit. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it is, but
Silence. There's a understood why there was a silence there.
There's
but it's
also
still
a
kinda
rumor
cool.
going around that he fucks fish. So he's weird.
He's a fish,
fish
fucker.
fucker.
He's weird.
Plus,
I'm
he's a
gonna fuck you with a
Scientologist.
fish. Fish fuck, baby. Remember that Guar song? Anybody?
Yeah, I do. I do actually remember that. That's
Yeah, you
weird.
know, Scientology's, you know, L. Ron Hubbard, you know, said to him from the dead,
Baghdad
you
fish.
know, fuck 30 fishes in 30 days and fuck, life's going to be good, bro.
It's all good. All gravy, baby.
That is so fucking strange. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll
I
have
just
to do
don't
some
know.
research on that one.
So let's do a little recap of the smoke off that we
The
had at
great
Chuck's
smoke
house.
off. Oh my goodness, what a time we had.
We had a blast.
Rob, we sincerely wish you could have been there because it was a good time.
Lot of people were
here's what happens is so TL switched jobs because she's awesome, got the the degree and whatnot. So I don't have insurance for a little bit, so I've been taking the weekends off of taking that Adderall, and it makes me sleep like crazy, dude. So I slept through all of the attempts at communication, but I appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah, we definitely tried to call you, especially when we were fucking wasted.
Oh,
I figured
yeah.
that
We'll
much.
get-
I was jealous that you guys had so much fun.
We'll get there though.
So this was a long day.
Yeah, for me especially.
I bet.
We met at Chuck's. Well, he already had shit going on. I got to Chuck's about 5. Chuck had to wake up at like what 3 or 4 in the morning.
I started mine at midnight, I believe, or somewhere around there.
And this motherfucker
Damn.
like did not sleep.
I had unfortunately, and unfortunately it was this time too. Normally I've gotten pretty good at maintaining my temperature on my smoker because it's, you know,
Right.
as we've discussed before, it's a charcoal smoker. It's all manual. It's kind of more hands-on than anything else. But this motherfucker would not settle down for me. I couldn't get it to where I wanted to, and I had to babysit it all night.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So Chuck was up all night. I was preparing shit. Everybody was like doing their shit, whatever they had to do. I got there probably about 6.
I was so beat. I texted Jimmy before he came. I said, Jim, I need you to bring me 2 cans of chew and a fucking Red Bull. He was like, I got you.
Stat.
So yeah, I hooked him up. Yeah, that's what I mean. I had to run around, do some errands. I made cornbread, which we'll get to
Nice.
that. And I brought a gigantic bottle of bourbon, which, oh my god,
What was the brand?
Woodford Reserve.
Oh yeah, Woodford Reserve.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
It was really good, and
It had to be like, what, a gallon jug at least.
it was like 1.75
Oh, Jesus Christ.
liters. Yeah,
It was
the
a
big boy.
There was malicious intent behind that bottle.
Dude, and I fucking took it like to the face.
It went. it was going down real slow, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was
Boom.
halfway gone.
Yeah. Yep. That's what happened.
I
And all of a
got
sudden you're like, I'm not drunk. Oh shit. Yes, I am.
Rob. I got the drunkest I've been in years at Chuck's house. I mean, literally, probably 3 or 4 years, if not.
It's a shame
longer.
I wasn't there to see that. That would have been enjoyable.
I mean,
was.
full blown, like vomiting
Yeah,
in
the
Chuck's
drunk-
backyard,
Yeah,
Drunk eye Bell's palsy.
dude. Bill has a picture of it. He sends a picture. I had fucking one eye open. Trying to text people.
You always get the one eye Bell's palsy action.
It was bad. It was that bad. Heart to heart with Jenny bad.
I love those though. Those are always the best.
Oh, it was good though. It was really fun.
Yeah, he doesn't remember it, but she remembers every word.
She had to tell me this.
Of course,
I didn't even
of
know
course,
about
yeah.
this.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been there a million times. No fun.
Apparently, Jimmy is very glad that I married her. Blah blah blah. He loves her so much. You know, all that nice stuff.
Goddamn right.
It's drunk me.
Goddamn right.
Hey, the truth
Me
comes
too,
out.
buddy.
You know,
Just keeping it real.
the truth comes out.
That's right. Hey, at least you're a nice guy. That's all that matters.
But yeah, Jimmy's last action of the evening was vomiting in my backyard.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It wasn't like all over the place. He kept it in a nice little.
I did a
spot.
designated vomit area.
And then gold star territory, but Victor ate it the next day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Of course he did. Yep.
Yeah.
Victor was hammered the rest of the
He might have been.
day. That's so gross. That's so damn gross.
There were a lot of people there. There were probably about 30 people.
I think Jenny's final count was 44.
44 people.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a nice
awesome.
turnout.
Yeah, total like in and out throughout the evening.
And we had about 2 or 3 tables set up.
Yeah, I think we ended up with 3 tables out there. We need more table space. I'm so sorry. I canceled last night. Dawn was going to be with us to discuss this, which would have been perfect because, you know, we were fierce competitors.
That's what it was.
We ran out of table space. Yeah, let's get into the food,
the categories, blah blah blah.
categories and all that, and then we can get into any fun stories you might want to share.
Let's do it. So we had 3 categories. First of all, we had the brisket, and we had best chicken, and then we had best side. And each Charlie and Dom were the competitors. They both put on a tough show. It was amazing. Both of them had great food.
And,
everything.
Both of our sets of parents were there, and they had a
nice.
blast.
Yeah, everybody had a blast.
They know each other from way back in the day.
Do they really?
Oh yeah.
That's funny. So yeah, I mean everybody's parents were there.
Well, Bill was our mailman forever.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. That definitely makes sense then. So you made what? You made the drums.
Yeah. So we each smoked a brisket. Mine was an 18-pounder. I think Dom's was 19 pounds.
Holy crap!
Both were really good. We had a lot of food, Rob. And then we each did a chicken. I did drumsticks. Dom did thighs. And then we each made a side. I did a smoked bacon mac and cheese, which was delightful.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
And,
that was a crowd
Dom
pleaser.
did some beans, which were really fucking good, and I think they were overlooked by a lot.
There was a little controversy surrounding the sides.
There was some controversy on the beans.
So let's get into this a little bit. And I'm going to take Dom's position here since he's not. I'm going to advocate for him a little bit. Dom was
right on.
He kind of was at a disadvantage. Everything was kind of on
He
one
had
of the 3
every
tables.
opportunity to move his beans to the main table as food was served.
The beans were on its separate. We called it the bean station. It was off to the side.
He had the beans in a crock pot, so it needed to be plugged in to stay warm.
Right on.
But
yeah, naturally.
But when you're serving the food, you can unplug that shit and put it on the table.
Yeah.
And
Arguable.
I did make sure to make an announcement. Hey, everybody, beans are over here. Come get your beans.
Actually, I made that announcement.
Well, maybe we both did then. So
Okay,
everybody should
Charlie
know.
went.
I'm just saying it was a little bit of a
Charlie
controversy.
was sandbagging. That's all that was happening here. Charlie went like, "Hey, everybody."
Home field advantage,
He
baby.
did have home field advantage, and it was clear. Okay, that's all.
He was
Oh,
sandbagging.
shit.
But we've
You
already discussed
sandbagging
this.
Son of a bitch.
Next year we're going to add another table, so this won't be an issue. One's going to be for the main meats. Another one will be just sides. Another one will be cutlery and plates and napkins, and then maybe a dessert table.
I kind of had an idea just recently. Maybe we should rent a pavilion at Penn Hills Park or something. We'll have all the table space we need. Nobody has home field advantage.
That's not a bad idea.
You know what I mean?
You can invite the
like
people on the Facebook page.
Jimmy just got so excited. His face is like
lit up like a Christmas tree.
And Dom loves bocce. They got a
They
bocce
do
court
have a
there.
bocce court there.
Right there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Okay, we'll
So
talk about that.
Let's let that stew for a while. But
We'll let that stew. Okay, so we
and if we want to get more competitors, there'll be plenty of room for everybody.
and that was the thing we were actually talking about. So if there are any found wellers that are listening to this,
Oh, Jimmy used the found
There you
wellers
go.
term. Nice.
Yeah, nice, Jimmy. Nice.
think this through.
We are opening this. We had such a good time. Dom's parents came up to me and said, "Chuck, this is the best cookout I have ever been to." 1,000,000% sincere. My
That's
parents
awesome.
said the same thing. I think it was my mom. She said, "This is like being at a food festival."
That's awesome.
It was great.
it was awesome. It was really so. If anybody else wants to, join in,
We are opening the competition
to everybody.
we're-
Any category you want, really.
We're just going to start planning this now. So if anybody wants to, we can even do side competitions.
Do desserts,
It doesn't all
desserts.
desserts, side dishes. It doesn't all
And
have
we
to
can-
be smoked meats.
Absolutely. You can do sides, you can do desserts, whatever you want.
We can have different categories depending on who wants to enter something.
Yeah, we can have different prizes for everything too.
This
Yeah,
is
different
wonderful.
stuff.
We can get wild with this. So
Shit can get weird.
I would like to see other people participate next year. If you want to, if you think you can handle my cornbread, then bring it on, motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say.
Love it. Love it.
Which I was kind of at a disadvantage. I think I should have been on the ballot this year. I wasn't. I left myself off
This motherfucker.
to keep everything even, but I think I really brought it home with the cornbread. I did get a lot of write-in votes, if we're going to be honest with this.
I didn't even get to try your cornbread.
That's how good it was, folks. You're just going to have to come next year. I think I'm going to have to double what I made. There's no other way around it. The people have spoken, Chuck.
Did you go jalapeno cornbread, traditional cornbread? Tell me about it.
Oh, I went fucking honey butter cornbread.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I
well
want
done.
some.
Good
Will
play.
you make it
Good
again?
play, sir.
I'm definitely making it again.
Like before the next one, though.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah.
Like just for me and you, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm always down for making food. We can do whatever. We've done that a couple times
All right.
here.
So back to the competition. As James was our MC supposedly. He wants
Supposedly.
he wants a microphone.
I didn't get a microphone, and I was really swole
That's-
about it.
You know what? That's bullshit, Jimmy. Honestly,
I had to basically scream all the announcements, and I was getting drunker and drunker as the day was going on. So it was probably
less
more and
audible.
more obnoxious.
That's awesome.
Luckily, the parents left kind of early though, so they didn't see the worst of it.
All right. Let's get into how did the votes break down, James?
So it was close. Okay, so Chuck.
Sorry to interrupt. There was a deciding vote at the very end that could have tied it up, but it went one way
Damn.
instead of the other.
So it was very, very close. Chuck won overall. Okay, there was 3 categories.
Right on.
It was the best of the categories wins the whole fucking shebang. So Chuck won. Well, first of all, okay. So Chuck won best side.
So I won the sides category by a landslide, and I'm sorry, Dom, I don't think the bean placement had anything to do with it. I think my mac and cheese was that good.
Oh man, I
I'm-
can't believe you're talking shit and he's not even there to defend himself.
He's not here to defend
I would say the
himself.
same thing if he was in front of me.
And I know he would. so
Yeah, you
that's
say
okay.
that.
But I'm gonna agree with Chuck. I did vote for. I'll be open about this. I did vote for Chuck. This was a secret ballot too, so I'm spilling some beans here. I did vote for Chuck for that. I did
Pun
think
intended.
I thought that the mac and cheese was better. I am a baked bean baked beans
I love
guy,
beans,
though.
and Dom's beans were
They were
fucking
great.
amazing.
That's why everything was
probably
good.
the best beans I've ever had.
They were. They just Chuck brought the fucking heat with the mac and cheese. And first of all, there was a little bit of controversy in that in and of itself because you told everybody you were making slaw.
Oh,
You did a bait and switch at the last minute there.
Oh,
How is-
you son of a bitch! I knew you were fucking sandbagging, you son of a bitch.
How
You.
is that controversy? I can make whatever side I want.
You absolutely can, but
Well, you
maybe
should probably stick to the
if
thing that
Dom
was
knew that
stated,
you
though.
bring in the fucking mac and cheese, he would have made something different.
I mean, that's way more of a heater than slaw. Let's be honest.
It is, absolutely.
I announced that, and that's why I changed, because I thought to myself, not everybody really likes coleslaw.
I'll be honest, I fucking hate coleslaw.
I would have probably voted for Dom had it been coleslaw. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is why I changed it. And I changed it. It wasn't like day of. I announced it well before that.
How far before?
Oh.
How much notice did Dom have?
You know, I feel like I need some like audio proof or some shit of
We're
this.
gonna need to see the text.
I don't know.
You're gonna have to post the
Give
text.
me a minute. Keep rolling. Get into the chicken.
So the chicken, and see, I voted for Chuck for this too, and it's because I'm such a sucker for drums, and they were really fucking good drums.
Thighs are typically better than drums, though.
Well, Dom made the thighs, and the people said otherwise, but it was very, very, very close with the chicken, I believe. I think Chuck only won the chicken by a vote, maybe 2. Is that right?
I love the fact that Chuck is searching through his phone right now.
Chicken? Are you talking chicken?
One of the categories you barely won.
Yeah, so at the very end of the night, my sister Kelly was the last one to place a vote, and this was a completely blind vote. She didn't know whose food was whose.
It was a blind vote.
Which everybody else knew whose was whose, so we
Okay.
might need to change that next year, too.
We're probably going to change that.
But Kelly did it completely blind. We said, Kelly, this is a deciding vote, so we're not telling you what's what. Eat the food and vote for each one. So if she would have voted for Dom's chicken, we would have had a tie, which would have tied the whole contest. But she voted for my chicken, so I won chicken by 2 votes.
He did. The chicken was
Right
really
on.
good, and I'm not
That
really.
seems fair.
I'm not a huge thigh guy,
I'm not either, honestly.
so that's why when you made the drums, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me. But everybody has their own thing. I totally get that. But the bottom line is,
Different strokes.
so Chuck won those categories. He did win the whole competition. But I'm going to argue that Dom didn't really lose, and the reason I say that is because he won best brisket.
That's true.
There's something to be said.
That's
about
the heavyweight bout. That's the heavyweight bout. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So
I can't disagree with that.
So I mean, it was very close, and I know that Dom's interested in keeping this, going next year.
Yeah.
He's looking for a rematch. I'm thinking this is like Rocky 2 is what we're going to be doing next year.
Oh
So,
shit.
I'm going to be very excited about that.
In my defense of my brisket, mine was better anyways. People didn't know what they were doing.
What do you mean?
People voted wrong. All right.
We voted wrong. We got fucking Donald Trump over here.
Oh no, I am.
No, if
These,
that,
Oh, no.
these votes don't count.
yeah, that's what it would have said. Or you would have just said that you won everything.
But nonetheless, I took home the plaque for my wall.
Yeah, so Dave Sacramento made a fucking awesome plaque.
That's
And
badass.
it's like
Send
carved
me a
out of
picture of it. I
wood.
want to see it.
I will.
So did we get to the bottom of the Dom controversy?
No, because you keep interrupting me.
Oh, well, let's get... Oh, I'm sorry.
Obviously,
Yeah, keep
it's,
talking.
it's
I have
far...
to keep talking. So, Rob, you missed out.
Dude, totally. That's like my favorite food in the world, brisket. So
I would be interested to see if somebody brought up another brisket next year. If we get 3 briskets there, that would be wild.
oh shit.
And I think we will do a blind taste test next year. I think we're gonna
Yeah, there's got to be some way to do that.
we're just
better.
gonna label them A, B, and C, and only I'm gonna know who it is. The participants,
I mean, outside of the preparers, they'll
the
definitely.
preparers, obviously.
So, Charlie, did you have a better smoke ring than he did?
Yeah, he
did.
didn't have any at all.
He did have a better smoke ring.
So, how was like the actual texture of the outside? Did it have a crunch on it, or was it okay? Did it have a bark at all?
Mine?
Not yours. I'm talking about Dom's.
Yeah, it did. It was
Be nice.
no, Dom's brisket was really good. His bark was, I don't think it's set all the way. It was a little mushy in spots still, which happens.
Right on. Yeah, hell yeah. I definitely did that on mine.
And Chuck made his own barbecue sauce too.
Oh yeah, I did.
How'd that turn out? How'd you make it? What kind?
Carolina style.
Nice.
I don't remember exactly. I should have thickened it up a little bit. It was a little too runny, but it tasted good.
That happens.
The last thing I want to say about it is the end of the night was like probably the funnest thing ever. So I'm completely hammered at this point. We all go up. Chuck's like, let's jam. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So we get chill in Chuck's dining room. He busts out the record player. And I'm like, dude, I just need to listen to fucking White Spiders from Strider right now. And he put it on. And I
He
tried
made me play
recording
it 3 times because he was trying to record it.
And I listened to my recordings the next day.
I want to
Horrible.
record this.
Absolutely horrible. Everybody's drunk, screaming. I dropped the phone multiple times.
Can you imagine what my kids were thinking who were sitting in the room next to us when we came inside?
They're probably like, these people are ridiculous. They're
Absolutely
alcoholic drug
ridiculous.
addicts or something.
Yeah, so we threw on the Strider.
Blasting it.
I think we went into some Bayside after that.
Sing-alongs too. We're singing along here.
And we ended with
No, that's the part I miss.
we ended with Taking Back Sunday, Tell All Your Friends. We played it straight through and fucking when I say jammed, Rob,
like
it was intense.
we had the Lynch twins singing.
The twins were
Oh gosh,
fucking
that had to be
in.
awesome.
They
That
were
had to be
in.
awesome.
Like
Yeah, it was me, Billy, Jimmy, and the twins.
in our fake microphones.
Yeah.
Just screaming into them.
Yeah, lots of air guitar.
I would've-
Lots of
That's
air
amazing.
guitar, heavy
Dude.
air drums.
All right, I get it, I
fucking
get it. I
crushed
missed out, I
crushed
missed out.
all the John Nolan parts like nobody's business.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I should have just been recording that instead.
I wish you would have. For
That would've been way
for
better.
private view only.
Of course.
Yeah, naturally. I missed out. Brisket and freaking sing-alongs? God damn.
I think we should do something
Charlie, put the phone down. Get back on the podcast.
for like the holidays
I'm
or something.
researching still.
I think we should do something for the holidays.
Like
I think you
like
guys...
what?
I don't know.
Like here, I got an idea. Here, this Christmas, let's all build fucking gingerbread houses. We'll all buy the stuff and then build. Oh, wait, no, we did that last year, and then I still had it on my shelf until about a month ago.
I'm
It
sorry.
was
I
not built, mind you. Mind you, I didn't build it. It was gross.
I had them purchased. Okay. I had to give them away. I had full intent on doing that, but there was just way too many people that came.
Mine went
Okay.
to the garbage.
Let me see here. So there was a 7-hour notice.
You gave Dom 7-hour notice.
7
That's
hours.
a controversy. That's a full blown controversy.
Jimmy, you were
I get the bitch here. I get the bitch on it.
Jimmy, you were typing up the ballots. You texted us at 11 a.m. that morning, and you said, "What size are you doing? What chickens are you doing?" That's when I announced it. I was doing mac and cheese.
There we go.
Yeah, you honey
fucked
dick the
him.
fuck out of Dom
He
on
fucked
that
him.
one. You
He was
honey
gonna
dick the
do
fuck out of Dom
beans
on that one.
anyways. This is not a controversy. This is bullshit.
I don't know.
It is a side of your choosing.
I understand, but
There was no.
you have to have your side locked
There
in
was
ahead of time.
there was no set like nobody said to me, "Hey Chuck, you need to have your side locked in by this date." Nobody once
That's
said
true.
that.
He has a point. He does have a point.
Well, guess what?
If
Next
you wanna-
There was nothing. That
Mr.
was not part of the
Mr.
discussion.
MC legal master here, if you want to write down some fucking rules that
We
we
are.
need to go by, you can
you
fucking
just
do
got, dude. You just put a tent in his pants. Now
Guess-
he gets to play lawyer too.
guess
Well,
who's
this-
writing?
the lawyer just got fucking lawyered.
Guess who's gonna write the fucking Great Smoke Off Constitution? This motherfucker.
Oh yes, I love where this is going. I'm definitely in the next time this happens. I'm coming home. I have to be there.
Well, I hope you do.
I'm gonna drive home with my smoker attached to the back of my vehicle,
Yes,
and
there you
I'm
go.
Even
blowing
better.
both you guys the fuck up.
I doubt that with your bitch grill, but you can try.
Oh, I won't bring that. The guy also at our shop. The guy makes grills and smokers and shit, like big like competition ones. So
Well, Memorial Day
I'm just-
2022. Bring that shit on.
it's happening. You're going down, punk.
I am not scared.
You should be.
Okay, here's the rule. I'm already making it right now. You got to have your side in 5 days before the competition.
I need to see this in writing, so get to work.
I'm gonna have it in writing. There's be a lot of shalls and shall nots in there.
You're gonna have a lot of extra paperwork this year once
That's
we
fine.
get more competitors rolling in.
I hope so. I really do.
Oh shit! That means I have to drive the 4Runner back. That thing sucked driving all the way back.
Did he tell you about the plaque that Dave made?
No, huh? I mean, he mentioned it, but he didn't say what it was. He just said it was badass.
He works at a winery or something, and
Oh,
like
cool.
he took like part of one of the wood crates and like shaped it into like a shield type shape, and then he fucking
Nice.
what do you call it? He like etched it with fire.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It is
Oh
really.
And
good.
then
He's always been super artistic. The whole family is.
yeah, and then Jenny bought a little like trophy cup from Target. It's tiny, but it's like shaped like a trophy. So
Nice.
I drank out of that for the rest of the night. I think that should be our Stanley Cup. The winner gets the plaque to take home, but we pass the cup around.
I like
And
it.
That's
You
awesome.
drink out of it for the rest of the year. It says like you're the best or something on it.
You're the best around. Nothing gonna ever keep you down.
And I wanted to do intro music so bad. I thought that would have been so cool.
That would have been cool.
You may have to,
And fireworks. We didn't have fireworks.
And
dude.
I'm sorry if
Jimmy.
it,
This year,
if it meant like
you've got to go get a PA and the sound system, dude, so you can like do intro music.
Straight
and
up.
fucking.
I'll MC the shit
Dude,
out
you've
of
got
that.
to have like the reverb on your voice. You can be like, ladies and gentlemen.
if it sounded like I was talking shit on Dom's brisket, I wasn't trying to. Because his brisket was
Oh, don't take it back now.
No, I'm
I'm not gonna let you crawfish on this one.
I am going backwards. His brisket was really good. Dom and I were in this together. We had a great time. Okay, we were in the kitchen. Like we decided, okay, we're gonna set up in the kitchen. We'll carve up our briskets at the same time. We're in there like feeding each other our briskets.
Yeah, they were. And I was in there all hammered eating all of it.
He's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, oh, yours is really good too. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. That was so.
I'll take my Yeti and put a brisket from Texas in it too. So I bring that with me as well.
And apparently, we're doing something low key for 4th of July. I think.
Are we?
I don't know.
Oh, didn't Natalie?
Yeah.
Natalie's doing something. I think Natalie's planning.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, party Natalie's everyone. She won't.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
When you said low key, I wasn't supposed to name drop.
No, we can.
Party at Natalie's.
Everyone come.
All right, let's. We're getting long in the tooth here, so let's wrap this up, boys. Any closing thoughts?
9.
No, I just happy Father's Day, everyone, for all the fathers
Yeah,
out
happy
there.
Father's Day, audience.
Wear your fucking New Balance shoes. Cut that grass.
Crocs. Wear your Crocs.
Dude, that's funny because I got my dad a pair of New Balance, but they were really nice.
There you go.
Oh, your dad's always been wearing New Balance.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I always try to get him the ones that look like for not orthopedic
Not
purposes.
all white, all white all the time.
with like one blue end on it.
Yeah.
The typical dad shoe.
No, I was thinking of the white ones with the white end, even.
Yeah. those
Oh
are really
yeah,
bad.
that like it looks like the nursing shoe basically.
Straight out
Yeah.
of the nursing home.
All right. Well, thanks
Hell yeah.
to all of you Found Wellers for listening to our
Thanks, dudes.
silly little show here. Find us on the socials as usual. We're on Facebook and we're on Twitter. We have a YouTube channel. You can hear the podcast on there as well as Spotify, -1 episode.
Yeah, the man got us.
Apple Podcast, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, and our website is wehopethisfindsyouwell.libsyn.com. You can also listen to all the episodes there. Check out all of our podcast friends. Fireside
Mhm.
Chat with our pal Grimace. McSauce with Ian, Paul, and Matt. Case in Point with Justin
Just in case.
and Justin's new podcast with his buddy Ben. I believe I got the name right, with Ben. called the Pod Rock Podcast, which is a lot of fun to listen to for all you rockers
Hell
out
yeah.
there.
Rocking and rollers.
And one final shout out for the Working Stiffs. May that show rest in peace.
Go back and listen to their whole catalog. It's awesome.
Yeah. They put on a good show, so I will be missing hearing them. All right. That's about it. That wraps us up. I'm Chuck.
I'm Rob.
That's Rob.
Well, you looked at Jimmy. It confused me.
I
went
confused.
for it.
No, I got confused too.
And I'm Jimmy.
we hope this finds you well.
Later, dudes.
Stricken from my vagrant mind. You couldn't believe the news today. I decided to walk out. So pack your bags, get ready to move. Stay away from me. Pick up the broken pieces of your life, of which it became. Lost and forgotten now. Lost and forgotten now. Stay away from me. I'm taking this back. The years that you stole from me, the memories left behind, the remnants of this are shrinking from my vagrant mind. No time to falter, failure's not an option, not an